Alright, I'm taking the Fairyland loop, and it is bitter butt cold. The car said it was 20 when I left the hotel. I imagine it's a little colder here, but the sun has just come up. And it is just beautiful. I do want to try and get around the corner, see if I can't see back up in to most of Bryce. I'm coming around the hill here, so I was kind of blinded. But if I can get around this corner, there's going to be a pretty picture to be had. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. So this Fairyland hike is 8 miles with, I think they said 2,000 feet of elevation change. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Alright, I made it down to Tower Bridge. On the map it said it's going to be 1.5 miles. Down here the sign back says it's 1.7. But that's it. Pretty cool. You got the... Oh, I can't do this. There we go. 2 towers. We got the bridge across, and then there's another little arch right here. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely very pretty. First time I've done this hike, and this actually is pretty cool. I started out right at sunrise here. Pretty amazing. I'm gonna sit right here for a minute, enjoy this, and eat some food. I haven't ate anything yet, so. Alright, I just left Tower Bridge, hiking up the hill. I am out of shape. Holy cow. That was pretty cool. And now, this is the view I have now. So far, it's been a good hike. We're only a quarter of the way done. And it's definitely worth it in my opinion. And if you're wondering why I'm breathing, it is because I just come up the hill. But it's kind of flattening out here now. We're up. Let's see if you can see. Towers right there, and then you come all the way up the hill and along this edge. But yeah, I come from down on the bottom, down in there. I was looking back up towards the top rim. that was pretty cool. That blue jay, I come around the corner, he kind of flew off and was right there. He was up in the tree calling. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but kind of fun to listen to. Yeah, check out this view. Got a woodpecker bird over there on this tree. Coming through this section is actually pretty cool with all these hoodoos, I guess, right there that close. Then we come around the corner. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's amazing. Holy cow. I really like this hike. Definitely well used, but there's nobody out there right now. Of course, it's still only about 25 degrees. Still pretty cold. The wind's blowing, but the sun's shining, and it's nice. Alright, let's get some shots from here. Well, these are the first two people I've seen down here. I saw them at the top. They looped around the opposite way I'm going. You know, I think every which way you look, there's a pretty picture to be had. Even looking down, you got some pretty vegetation and interesting rocks, structure, deadfall. I mean, you got this behind us. There's actually an arch right there. You can barely see it. I was gonna get a picture here, but kind of disappeared. So I got one down lower. That's like, I mean, look out here. The way the snow's on the rocks and the redness, and I just, it's pretty cool. Pretty amazing. You got the base with a hot spot of Bryce right up there, where the bulk of the people are currently. Like I said, I've only seen them two ladies out here, and that's it. There hasn't been anybody else. And it is a little bit cool, but it's not too bad. The wind's a little bit chilly. I took my sweatshirt off, so it's getting a little too hot hiking. Oh man, check this out. Coming around the corner. Alright, come up this narrow ridge. I was just back down over here. Gets a little bit narrow right there, but definitely beautiful views. Yeah, imagine I got to get back all the way up to that ridge at some point. So I got to be dropping down into here somewhere, is my guess. In fact, it almost looks like the trail is right in there. Like I said, I'm only halfway. Oh man. I do got to be back out of here by 1 o'clock. I started at 7. It is somewhere between 9:30 and 10. Yeah, 9:30. So halfway in about 2.5 hours. That ain't too bad, especially with all the stops I've done. And once again, we got this view back up into the main part of Bryce Canyon, where Sunset Point and Sunrise Point are. Alright, I think we just crested the top where I just was. And last view of that, I think. I don't think we'll see that view anymore. And I think we're gonna start heading down. So I think we'll be going down, down, down until we hit the bottom, and then back up, up, up. Alright, so we got this kind of layer right here. It almost looks pinkish. Gone from kind of a red to a pink. Kind of cool. Maybe it's just the way the light's hitting it. I don't know. I got the camera on my tripod. I'm afraid if I walk with it, it'll be too bouncy because my foot pounded. But pretty amazing place. Kind of getting to the bottom-ish of this section, not quite. We dropped down a long ways from way up there. down, do a little up. Let's keep on going. On one side of the ridges, there's no wind. You cross over, and there's wind. And it's on these on this north side, was where the wind's at, so it's a little colder. You get on the south side where the sun's hitting, there's no wind, and it's hot, and you start sweating. Oh, definitely cool view. Taking so many pictures. It's like you're just trying to capture that one. You want to hang on the wall. Just see what one that's going to be. Bryce is definitely a unique place to visit. A whole different world. Like I said, I've never been on this trail, so it's the first time for me. We've been to Bryce and up top and hiked the little ones and down in the Navajo Loop and kind of that stuff, but I haven't really done some of these bigger ones. Oh, look, check this out. We got a arch right up there. There's so many little arches, and I don't know if they're arches or bridges technically, but I'm just going to call them all arches even though they're probably bridges. I think we're just about to the bottom. And after this, I think it's going to be a long pull out of here. That's all right. All right, I sat down, had me a sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, and an orange. And I talked to a kid who's coming down. I think we're pretty much uphill the whole way out. I'm guessing it's about between a mile and a half. I'm at 5.22 on my journey so far. So I'm guessing it's about a mile and a half to the top. And then I'll take the rim all the way back. So, still pretty cool down in here. A little bit muddy on this, some of this, where the snow's melting and it's in the sun. That's all right. Well, I'm headed up and out. Like I said, I think it's all uphill. Still got beautiful views, but my last battery is blinking. I should have grabbed the third battery, but I've actually done a lot more video than I planned, so usually 2 batteries is plenty for me. However, the first battery was halfway when I started. So I guess that kind of sucks. So we'll see how much battery I have to get out of here with. If not, maybe I'll use the phone. But everything's uphill. And I'm out of shape. Not good. But we'll just keep plugging along. Well, I'm not too far from the top. We got a cool little arch right there. Now I'm huffing and puffing. Alrighty. I think we're just about to the top here of the rim trail. You see the top fences. So now it'll just be the hike back to the car. Let's see how far we've gone from the car. That was a pretty good pull out of there. So we're at 6.35, and I think down there where I ate lunch I said it was 5.2. I figured it'd be a mile and a half out of here, so that's 6.2 to 6.3. I mean, that's just barely over a mile from just about the lowest spot. I've never been out to this point. This point is beautiful. Check this out. Alright, let's see. What did I say we were? Taking pictures of that blue jay. We're at 6.38 miles so far. So, we got a couple miles back to the car, and it is 11:43. So, if we go 2 miles an hour, we should be back to the car by 1-ish, I'm guessing. So, let's see what kind of stops along the way I make. It's been a good trip. That was a good hike. I would definitely do it again. Even starting at 20 degrees. But with these thermals on, I'm getting a little roasty. Anyway, I'm going to get to hiking. See back in the car, or maybe somewhere in between. Oh man, look at that view. Look right here. That is the Tower Bridge. I think that's pretty cool. I was able to see that again from up here. Well, wouldn't you know it? I think I'm within a mile. I think I'm within a mile back to the car. And you still got beautiful views. Although this rim trail, you hike up to there, and you come from way down there. That's a pretty good pull all the way up, and then you come back down the hill here. It actually still kicked my butt that a little bit. I'm hoping it's flattened out quite a bit here on the way back. My legs are jello. Man, just can't go wrong with this view. Better stop and get a picture. we still have more beautiful things. We got a little arch right here. Alright, I'm just about to the car here. Right there. I'm gonna get down here and stop and check out the stats. Oh my God. Alright. 3/7/26, start at 6:45 a.m. Duration 6 hours 22 minutes 14 seconds. Length 8 miles, 8.74 miles. So 8 3/4 miles in 6 hours 45 minutes. Average speed 1.4 miles an hour. Altitude minimum 7,073 feet. Maximum 8105. Elevation gain 3,320 feet. Elevation loss 3,284 feet. Those should actually match, so something's off a little bit. But basically 3,300 feet of elevation gain and lost. My butt has been kicked, so it's time to get this backpack off, get things put away, and get my thermals off. I am roasting. Anyway, thanks for following along.